welcome back to the Monday Leader Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Amy, and we're gonna talk about some things today. I want to talk about calling doesn't need permission. Now we're gonna kind of go a little deeper from the last episode. In the last episode, we really kind of honed in on kind of the cost of approval, right? And kind of getting past that concept of approval. And then this week, we want to look at something a little bit different, or not different. We want to go a little bit deeper about the cost of approval by looking at this from a different angle. I believe it's going to help you in your leadership. It's helped me, and it's helping me. And we want to talk about how calling doesn't need permission. Calling doesn't need permission. Now, if I could go back, I'd tell myself this. Has anybody ever felt like that before? Like, we can go back in time. Like, if I can go back and talk to my 20-year-old self, I would tell myself this. Like, hey, self, huh? Like you would talk to yourself to say, hey, listen, you don't need permission to obey what you are already called to do. Let me say it again. You don't need permission to obey what you were already called to do. Like, if I could go back and tell myself that, I think so many conversations would have changed, shifted, maybe not even happened. So many decisions, I think, would have been made because of that statement. Like, I don't need permission to obey what you're already called to do. Many leaders aren't stuck because they lack vision. No, they're stuck because they're waiting for agreement. And calling doesn't move at the speed of consensus. When alignment matters more than applause, we've got some questions we got to ask. Because calling doesn't move at the speed of everyone else's consensus. Calling moves at the speed of your obedience. Calling and the momentum and the movement within the calling and the call of God on your life, it moves when we shake the approval and the applause of man. When alignment matters more than applause, we're doing something right. We're moving in a proper direction. Monday isn't about being affirmed. It's about being aligned. Hear me when I say this, because on Sunday, and this is for my church leaders, Sunday, everybody's celebrating you. Everybody's congratulating. Everybody's, high-fiving you. Great message, Pastor. That was phenomenal. Oh my gosh. You hit it out the park, man. That was what I've been thinking all this week. You confirmed so many things. But Monday it gets quiet because not everybody's around, right? The 500,000 people, 100 people have all disappeared. It's just you and your staff, maybe 2 or 3 of you, maybe just you and your wife, or maybe just you and your dog at the moment. You know what I mean? Like everyone has gone, and it's just you and your thoughts. So Monday really isn't about being affirmed. It's about being aligned, because alignment happens actually before applause. Like, if you can learn to get aligned with God, you'll get applause every time, because you won't be moved by that applause, right? You won't be looking for someone to applaud you before you get in alignment. No, I'm in alignment, and because I'm in alignment, I'll get an applause. And if it's not you, God's going to applaud me because I'm being obedient to his word. So the real issue, and I think a symptom that we see in leadership, is over-explaining. Like, over-explaining, I think, is a leadership symptom that we need to deal with. Because over-explaining isn't always communication. Sometimes it's permission seeking in disguise, right? So sometimes we're like, oh man, I'm going to over-explain this concept so I can communicate effectively to the team what I want. But sometimes you're really trying to get permission right? It's really permission seeking in disguise. Like over explaining is really permission seeking in disguise, not you trying to communicate. Because um, a lot of leaders over explain because they have this fear that my team is going to misunderstand me, right? We over explain because we have this desire to be liked. Um, Past wounds from being questioned or wanting to bring everyone along. Get this, y'all. Everybody can't go on this roller coaster. Everybody can't get on this bus. Everyone can't be a part of this vision. As much as I would want everyone to be a part of this vision, it's just not going to happen. We're just not going to have everybody on the roller coaster ride. We're not going to have everybody on the bus. Think about it like this: if you go to an amusement park and you're with your kids, right, and one of your kids is too short to get on the ride, they're not getting on the ride. But if the rest of you are, hey, listen, somebody stay back with this one. I'm getting on this roller coaster because I wanted to experience this thrill of then this adventure of this ride. And that's what I won't say that's what's most important. I'll just say that everyone can't get on the ride. And if you say, okay, well, we'll just go to another ride, you might skip every single ride just to get that person on a ride. And does that make sense? That you're willing to give up everything just for one person to get on the ride to make them comfortable because they just want it they don't I don't want to do that part, but I really will do that part. No, either you're in or you're out. Either you're all the way in or you're all the way out. Like check who's in your circle. Like are they tall enough for this vision? That's good. Are they tall enough to sit in this vision? Are they tall enough to be a part of this conversation? Are they tall enough? Are they man, woman enough, confident enough to let a leader lead them, right? Are they confident enough to know that, hey, I've got to trust the vision. I've got to trust this leader. I've got to trust this man or woman of God because they've been called to fulfill this vision, and God's called me to this vision. So I don't need to bring everybody along. I just need to bring the right people along. And then if I keep over explaining because of past wounds, maybe it's time for me to get some healing in that area so I can move forward, right? Like I don't want to make that decision because the last time I did it, I missed it. I messed up. This happened. I felt this way. Like, okay, let's get over that and let's move forward. And then the other part, like I don't want to make this decision because I just want to be liked by everyone. Well, listen, you're not going to be liked by everyone. Everyone is not going to like you. Just get that through your head. When I first started ministry, I was like, I wanted everyone to like me. I wanted to be the cool pastor, the hit pastor, that everyone loves me. Oh, Pastor Mike, Pastor Mike, Pastor Mike, Pastor Mike. And then I realized everybody ain't going to love me. I mean, that one don't talk to me no more because I made a simple decision, and that one. So wait a minute. So my decisions that I have to make as the leader can be challenged, and people can then walk out of my life if I don't make the decision that they wanted me to make. And then there's something wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong with you. You just got to stop this desire of everyone liking you and just be okay with, hey, I'm a leader. I decided to lead. I decided to be the one in charge. God called me. I'm going to walk this thing out. And if you're going to walk this thing out, walk it out. Walk it out in full confidence. You don't need everybody's applause. You know, just you don't need everyone to like you. Because if you get everyone to like you, what are you giving up for that like? What are you surrendering for that like? Like, I post something on Instagram and sometimes I post just me and it gets like 5 likes. I post me and my wife, it gets 150 likes. I post me, my wife, and my family, it gets 200 likes. Like, okay, So clearly, people like to see my family. Okay, but I want you to hear this content as well. So I'm going to have to get past, wanting 100 likes versus saying, God's called me to help people break barriers and to get clear and to pivot in 90 days. Like it or love it, leave it, whatever. I'm going to do what God's calling me to do. And so we make these decisions to try to get people to love us and like us. So we make these decisions that, okay, let me dumb this down a little bit. No, I'm not going to dumb down the call. I'm not going to dumb down the vision for anybody. This is what God is instructing us and calling us to do. Are you on board or are you not? If you're not, tell me now so I can move this thing forward with or without you. Why? Because when you explain prematurely, you invite opinions that were never assigned to your calling. And let's just hit that. When you explain prematurely, you invite opinions that were never assigned to your calling. That's so key. That there are people that are assigned to your calling and their opinions do matter. But then there are people who are not assigned to your calling and their opinions don't matter because they're not a part of the call. Isn't that amazing? Interesting that people question the call that they weren't on. Like, someone calls you, you're having a conversation, and then someone is over there listening to your conversation, and then they want to give their opinion based off of what they think they're hearing, but they're not hearing because they're not a part of the call. And if you weren't assigned to this call, then you need to hold your opinion because you don't have all the information. And if you don't have all the information, and I allow you to give me your opinion, I'm making a decision based off of your lack of information, and that's bad leadership. I need to stop explaining prematurely and vet people. Are you actually a part of this call? Are you actually appointed for this call for such a time as this? Were you assigned to this call or were you assigned to bring distraction? And when you can answer those questions and get really clear with that, then your vision moves forward. Why? Because you're no longer rewording it for people. Decisions aren't trying to be justified, and directions don't need to be defended because you're making clear decisions and getting the right people on the right call. So that leads me to my next point that we got to discuss: clarity versus permission. Right? The importance of clarity. I mean, I can't emphasize this enough. As a leader, you have to get clear, and you got to get clear fast as you can. Not just for fast sake because we're in the last days and you want to make some momentum movement to say, let me just get clear on this thing. Clarity says, I know why we're doing this. Permission seeking says, please validate why I'm doing this. And here's the truth: you owe people clarity but not access to every process. As a leader, you owe everyone that's a part of your ministry, that's a part of your business, clarity. But you do not owe them access to every process that it takes to get to clarity. You need to give them clarity, but they don't have to be a part of the full process. And I think that's where we miss it sometimes as leaders as well, that we want everyone to be in the process and they slow down the decision making. They slow down us getting very clear on what we're supposed to be doing and how we're supposed to execute this. And so if I want everyone in that process, just know delays are going to come. Think about it. Abraham was given a direction and he took Lot with him. Lot was a delayer. He was a distraction, and that slowed down the process. But get this, grace abounded in that. But you don't want to always have to depend on grace. You want to be able to say, listen, you're not on this call, you're not a part of this process, but I'll make sure that you get clarity as soon as we're finished with our process. Leaders don't need to narrate obedience, they need to model it. That's why you don't owe people clarity. You're just going to model the clarity. You're going to model your obedience. You're going to model what God is doing. So you don't need to narrate it. You don't have to tell everything. Just tell people, listen, this is what we've decided to do. This is what what we're doing. I'm making a decision. Like when we decided to hand our church over to one of our daughters in ministry, I didn't ask. I got some opinions, I got some thoughts, but I got it from key people that were on the call, key people that I knew had my heart, key people that I knew that have walked the journey with us for years, people that I spent months and hours and time putting in just relational connection. And I asked them and talked with them a little bit, and we had an understanding. I didn't need to explain it to everybody. When I made the decision, everything was clear for us, and we didn't need anybody else to say yay or nay. We just needed to pull that trigger. I modeled obedience. Look at this. God often explains after obedience, not before it. Like we want an explanation before we're obedient. And God is like, no, just be obedient, and then I might possibly give you an explanation afterward. Like Abraham moved before he saw the destination. Get out of your house, out of your father's house, go to a land that I will show you. It's like I'm not going to show you the land now. I'm going to see, can you be obedient by leaving your father's house, leaving the land which you known. Can you leave? And if you leave on your way, I'll begin to show you the promised land, right? Noah, Noah had to build before he could see rain. It wasn't like rain is coming, okay, now build the boat, right? No, no rain, build the boat. When you build the boat, then you'll see the rain, right? Jesus healed without explaining himself to critics. He healed, then he said, this is why we're doing this, and this is how this works, and this is how that happens. There were some times when he just healed and people questioned him, and he's just like, who's next, right? Like sometimes we just over explain and over analyze and over discuss and get everybody's opinion and everybody to sit in on this. And it's like God is like, listen, be obedient and then you'll see. Be obedient and then you'll see. Like the season I'm in a season of obedience, and it can be stressful in the sense like you're like, God, please show me more, show me the next thing, give me this, give me that. And it's like the silence can be deafening, but it's like, let me just be obedient however long I need to be obedient, and then God's going to show me something. I know he will, because he's always done it, and I'm not going to be concerned with that. So if I'm waiting for everyone to understand me, I'll always be late. I always show up to the party late. And I truly believe there's some places in my life that I was delayed in my obedience and has delayed a lot of things. And if I was obedient a little bit earlier, I think I would be in a different place right now. But I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I can see and analyze some things in my life that if I made a better decision, if I made a quicker decision, I think I'd be in a different place. Not saying that the place that I'm in is horrible, just saying that I might have advanced something a little bit further. But I'm trusting that God's grace is sufficient, that he'll sort everything out, and that he can redeem the time. And he can. He's a God that can redeem the time. But if I keep waiting for everyone to understand everything, you'll always be late. Like one of the things I cannot stand is when I'm like, all right, kids, let's go. Where are we going? Why are we going there? How long is it going to take? Just get in the car and I'm going to start driving. Like I don't need to sit here and say, oh, we're going here, here, here to do this, to do that. We need to be there by 2 because of this and that. No, let's get in the car. If you want to go with me, we're going here. If you want to go with me, get in the car. We're going now. That's exactly how we need to be with some of our leadership decisions. Like, if you're going to go with us, listen, get in the car. Let's go. You can ask some questions while we're driving. But I got a destination. I got time to keep. I got to keep moving. And when you do that, you learn that people will be okay. Like they might think they need a full explanation, but actually they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Because I want to give every leader permission to stop defending yourselves. I want to tell you right now, I'm giving you permission to stop defending yourselves. God has called you. God's equipped you. God's ordained you. Stop defending your call. Execute it. Confidence is yours. Move forward. And you can move forward quietly. You don't have to announce everything. You can just move forward in silence and then just show up. And people will be like, aha. Oh my gosh, I get it. Oh, wow. Just move. Move and watch God do the rest. Why? Because every season doesn't need an announcement. Some seasons just require execution. And I'm learning that in this season, like, I don't have to announce everything because people have so many questions and I don't have any answers for your questions. Let me just move. And I'm going to have to move in silence, and then you're just going to show. It's going to show up. It's going to be there. And if you share prematurely, what happens is vision gets leakage, right? Like things start leaking out that people don't need to be a part of or need to be aware of yet, right? Not to say not ever, just not right now. Then you start sharing stuff prematurely and opinions start overloading and everybody wants to do this and they want to say this. And then people start interfering spiritually, right? Oh, I believe God is saying this. I believe God is leading. And then you're like, okay, let me do it this way. Let me do it that way. Or even want to get in control. You know, I'm a prophet and I you need to listen to me. Like, wait a minute. God speaks to me too. And then they can discourage you emotionally. And that ain't gonna work out. Man, you crazy for doing that. What? That don't make no sense. That ain't God talking to you, man. That's that calypso you just drank the other day. No, you gotta hold that vision sometimes. I've learned that I've shared some things prematurely. I gave some people too much access too quickly. I shared what was on my heart when I should have just kept it in my heart and allowed God to develop it and bring the right people to me. And that's when you start to get mature, is when you start protecting the vision with silence. Because some assignments and some things that God's calling you to do requires your silence. I mean, it needs you not to say anything to anybody. You just gotta kind of move in silence, and people will be looking at you like, "What are they doing? What's happening?" And you just keep moving. You keep moving in silence, and then one day, God says, "Release it," and then everybody sees what you've been working on, and they're blessed by it. See, maturity looks like this for a leader: fewer explanations, clearer decisions, stronger follow through. We're explaining less, we're making clear decisions, and we're following through with strength. So, where am I over explaining? What should I stop explaining and just simply obey? Right? You gotta ask yourself that. What am I over explaining? Where should I just simply just obey? And so let's ask a couple of questions. In where am I over explaining? Let's ask a few questions and let's see if we can diagnose ourselves. Like, where do I feel defensive? Where am I repeating myself? Where am I waiting for affirmation to move? Why am I so defensive? Am I not clear in my own understanding of what God's called me to do? If I'm not clear, let me get some clarity. Let me get quiet. Let me get still. My gosh, this is so good for me. Let me just get still and allow God to speak to me and be clear to me again. I don't need to get clarity from everybody else. I need to get clarity from God. And if I feel defensive, that means that I'm not clear on the direction that God is giving me and placing on me. If I have to keep repeating myself over and over again, I just haven't been clear to communicate. This is the decision. This is where we're going. And it's not up for debate. It's not up for decision making. We're not taking a poll. It's not a democratic vote. This is the decision. This is the vision. This is where we're headed. Get on the bus or get left. Taught that message a couple months ago at my home church, Crenshaw Christian Center. I'll give you the link if you want to hear it. It's a great message, phenomenal message, because I taught it. Sing. I need us to get real practical. I want us to get real practical. Here we go. This is how we're going to get real practical. This is your Monday moment. This is your Monday action. This week, execute one decision without announcing it. This week, I want you to execute one decision without announcing it. And let me clarify that. You're not going to be reckless. You're not going to be secretive. You're just going to be obedient. Execute one thing that God has placed on your heart to do. Just execute it without announcing it, meaning just do it. Like Nike, just do it. If God has been telling you, I want you to wear orange, just wear the orange, right? Don't announce it. Don't ask people, do you think I should wear orange or pale orange? Just put the orange on, right? Just put the shirt on. Make the call, schedule the meeting, start the project, shift the system. Like, make the decision. Don't announce it. Hey, I'm going to be doing something pretty soon, guys. I want you to be on the lookout for it. No, just do it. Just start. Make that phone call, right? You've been putting it off for months and for weeks, and you've been waiting for somebody to validate it. Here's the validation. Just make the call today, right? Don't announce it. Just make the call. Schedule. You've been putting off that meeting. That you need to have that meeting with that staff member. You need to have that meeting with that minister. You need to have that meeting with that person to let them know, hey, this isn't working. We need to do it this way. Just schedule the meeting. Do it today. Do it now. Don't announce it. Just schedule the meeting. Hey, you've been having that project. It's been sitting there for a long time. Just start it. Oh, I need to get a couple people's opinions on how we just start the project. Maybe it's opening the bank account. Maybe it's filing the paperwork. Whatever it is, just start the thing. You don't have to announce it. Just do it. Systems are out of whack. Shift the system now. Don't announce it. Just do it. Hey, wait a minute. Our system is this. I just changed it. It's been changed. I just changed it right now. I just changed it. It's done. Wait, no, it's done. This is a system now. Here it is. Here's the manual. Work it. Like, let the results speak for themselves. Make the decision. Let the results speak. And once you do that, you'll understand that calling doesn't need permission. It needs obedience, timing, and trust. In obedience, timing, and trust. That's what your calling needs. Doesn't need permission. It just needs obedience, timing, and trust. You're not behind. You're not unclear. You're just done asking people who were never assigned to your obedience. Let me say it again. You are not behind. Man and woman of God, you are not behind. You're not unclear. You're just done asking people who were never assigned to your obedience. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Tell some other people to subscribe as well. Follow us weekly for more leadership clarity. Because leaders don't move when everyone agrees. They move when alignment is clear.